Oh, welcome to Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today we got dirt on my. Today is April the 3rd, 2025. We're going to be talking about AEW because Dynasty is happening this Sunday. I should put up all the matches here because I might forget some. Hold up, guys. Dynasty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we heard that Miro, aka Rusev, signed a new contract to WWE. He's going to be making his debut somewhere, return. I don't know when he's going to return. If you guys didn't know, the Death Riders will defend the Trios Championship against the Rated FTR. I think I told you guys about that match. The whole thing with collusion with the TNT Championship with Adam Cole and Daniel Garcia, they had matches, but there was a lot of interference, and they had a time limit. So they're going to have a match. This match has no time limit and no outside interference. Is permitted, whatever it's called. And the Hurt Syndicate. Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin versus the Learning Tree, Big Bill and Brian Key for the tag team titles. And we have the Owen Hart tournament. And the people that the first round starts on the this Sunday on Dynasty for both the women's and the men's. And this was announced after the match between Will Ospreay and Kevin Knight in a tag team match. This was announced that Will Ospreay versus Kevin Knight will be in the men's Owen Hart Foundation tournament. That's going to happen on Dynasty. And on the women's side, we got Mercedes Moné will be versing Julia Hart in the first round as well. So that's all that matches. That's all that matches there. For Dynasty. We're going to be talking about AEW right now. If you guys didn't see on Collision, FTR is having little problems. Dax Harwood got mad and he attacked a referee, and he thought Cash Wheeler was a security guard, so he shoved him down, and Cash Wheeler walked away from him. What's going on with Dax Harwood? And they have a big tag trios championship match against Claudio, Wheeler Yuta, and Pac at Dynasty. Ladies and gentlemen, we didn't get a lot of segments. We did get MJF, and I forgot to tell you guys this last week, that MJF gave MVP the answer to join the Hurt Syndicate. He wants to join, but Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin came out, and Bobby Lashley told MJF, give me the card, the business card that MVP gave him, and he ripped it up. And so that happened again. Bobby Lashley came out, and he was trying to talk until he got interrupted by MVP. Shelton Benjamin wasn't there because there's bad weather happening everywhere, and he couldn't make it because of the tornadoes. I hope he's fine. I hope nothing bad happens to him. Nobody deserves that. So yeah, Shelton Benjamin couldn't make it because of the tornadoes. MJF came out, and he stated that the Hurt Syndicate doesn't need MJF. But MJF does need a Hurt Syndicate. He says that he could help the Hurt Syndicate to keep the tag team titles as long as they could, and they could help him win his world title. And MJF says you could think about it. He walked away until Big Bill and Brian Keith came out to do their tag team match. We had some interviews. We got Swerve after his match, and we got a whole bunch of things. But nothing really big. We got the Ops challenging people on Dynasty and all that stuff. What else they had? Oh yeah, there's going to be a tag team match between all the Owen Hart, not all of them. Yeah, it is all of them, right? There's only 4 of them. On Collusion, there's going to be a tag team match between the women's side. Mercedes will team up the person that she beat in Australia, Holly Cameron, and they will be facing Julia Hart. Why can I not find it? I can't remember the other person. And in the men's, Owen Hart, because of Jay White, he's injured, so he gave his spot to Kevin Knight. But there will be a wild card that will be facing Hangman Adam Page. We don't know who that is. It could be a debut superstar. It could be Josh Alexander. Who knows? Speaking of debuts, we're going to get Rey Fenix tomorrow night on Friday Night SmackDown making his debut. I can't wait. And Aleister Black is coming soon as well, like 2 weeks after WrestleMania. I think that's 2 weeks. I believe so. After WrestleMania, he's going to show up on SmackDown. Rusev Day, whenever he comes up. They didn't make video packages of him yet. So, we don't know anything about Rusev, but we do know about Rey Fenix and Aleister Black are heading to SmackDown in April. April will have big names coming to their show in SmackDown in April. So that's pretty cool to see. Ladies and gentlemen, so first match of the evening, we got Swerve Strickland and Willow Nightingale versus Jon Moxley and Mariah Shafir, I forgot her name, in a tornado tag team match. And it was a pretty decent match. It was okay. But the winner of that match was Swerve and Willow. Swerve accidentally did his house call onto Mariah Shafir, and Willow Nightingale shoved Jon Moxley into a table. A lot of things happened. They were trying to attack the women. The men trying to attack the women. Like, it's a show-off. That Jon Moxley tried to do his finisher on Willow. And then Swerve said, no, you do that. I will do my finisher on Shafir. And then they stopped doing that. And then they fought, everybody fought, but the winner of that match was Swerve and Willow. And at the end, when Willow and Swerve was celebrating, out of nowhere, Jon Moxley did his Paragon Shift onto Willow Nightingale. And Renee Young was trying to get some updates about Willow. Swerve trying to give some updates, but he says that there's going to be a guaranteed. At the end of the night, he's going to get his hands on Jon Moxley. And then our next match will be Toni Storm versus Ford. The winner of that match was Toni Storm. Toni Storm gets the win, and then Mega Bang came out. Toni wants to fight her. Mega Bang looked like she wants to, and then she stopped and just... I don't know what she did. She did a pose. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of this hype, because it's not really a hype. Where's the hype of this match? I have no idea. Well, after the whole MJF and the Hurt Syndicate thing, Big Bill and Brian Keith came out. And they had some words to say to Bobby Lashley. They're trying to make Bobby Lashley sit in a chair to watch their match against two jobbers. How in the world do they get a tag team title shot because they beat two jobbers? Can you tell me how do they get a tag team title shot after they beat two jobbers? They beat Top Flight in Collision. At least they beat a tag team. But on Dynamite, their big show, before Dynasty, they face two jobbers. Big Bill and Brian Keith wins the match. They want the tag team title shot. That's what they said. And they even Big Bill doesn't even know their names. He said, oh, we beat Top Flight at Collision, and we beat these guys. Yeah, we don't know their names either. And you don't even know their names. How in the world do you get a title shot? Well, we have an interesting tag team match. I thought it was a pretty decent one. We got Will Ospreay and Kevin Knight. If you didn't know who Kevin Knight is, he wrestled in TNA. He teamed up with Kushida back in the day, and now he's in AEW. He's signed with AEW. He would be versing Blake Christian and Lee Johnson. It was a pretty decent tag team match. Pretty decent tag team match. And the winner of that match was Will Ospreay and Kevin Knight. And Tony Schiavone made the announcements that you guys, your first round match for the Owen Hart's tournament is going to be in the pay-per-view. And then we have Brody King versus Lance Archer. Big guy versus big guy. Monster versus monster. And the monster that won was Brody King. Brody King gets the win. Congrats for Brody King. And Don Callis is not really happy. And looks like Brody King is going to be facing another member of the Don Callis family. And then we have our main event, Cope versus Claudio. The winner of that match was Cope. It was an okay match, but Cope gets the win. And then we went to the backstage, and Swerve was arguing with Prince Nana because it's not a good idea what you're doing. Trying to get Jon Moxley before Dynasty, days before Dynasty, and you're trying to get Jon Moxley. And then he stormed off, and he's trying to find Jon Moxley. Here comes Hangman Adam Page. Security guards trying to stop these guys. They were fighting each other, bickering at each other, because what they did at each other's house. Swerve broke in Adam Page's house. Adam Page burned his house down. And then Hangman Adam Page says, "You deserve it." And Swerve says, "I know." And Hangman says what he said, and then finally the security guards let them go, and Swerve says, "I know." And Hangman Adam Page just stormed off. And then the Death Riders attacked Swerve Strickland and threw him in a box of glass. It was some item, and it has glass, and Jon Moxley threw him in this closet that's in the glass, and then and you see Wheeler Yuta, when they pulled Swerve Strickland out and try and put him in the ring, you saw Wheeler Yuta has this bucket, and it looks like he's putting the damaged glass that they put Swerve in and put in the bucket. I will tell you guys why they did that. So they fought to the ring. They fought to the ring. Claudio was still there after he lost to Cope. And they were just destroying Swerve. They were stomping on him, destroying him. And here comes Wheeler Yuta with the bucket. And he pours out the glass. And then here comes Claudio Castagnoli with the powerbomb onto Swerve, onto the glass. And then when Death Riders was leaving, you see Swerve sitting up and standing with glass stuck on his back. Jon Moxley doesn't understand how he doing that. Everybody's confused. How is this guy still getting up? So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit that comment below, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will see you guys tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown, no TNA results, and we will see some NXT stars show up on TNA. Mostly it's the women. That's very good. Hey, it helps them out. It helps a lot. It helps a lot of people out that they could get more eyes on them. They get a lot of eyes on them in WWE, but they need more eyes. Independent wrestling eyes. They not only just WWE, because some people, WWE fans, don't really watch independent wrestling. I watch independent wrestling. I tried to. And some people don't really watch independent wrestling. So now they get to see, now they're going to say, Metaphor is going to be on there. They're in WWE. They're going to go be on TNA. Or Jasmine Nix and Paula Haley and JCG. They like them. They will watch TNA as well. They need to do the same thing with TNA on WWE, on NXT, but NXT is getting worried about Stand and Deliver. What I'm hoping, I don't think it will happen, I'm hoping that somebody qualifies in that ladder match from TNA in the knockouts and go to Stand and Deliver. Because I believe a couple of NXT guys, I don't know how many, but a couple of NXT guys will be on Unbreakable. One of their top shows now, the returning Unbreakable pay-per-view. I think some NXT stars will be on there. Even on Slammiversary. Come on, this is your big show. You should have some TNA guys in there. It will be big. It will be big. I don't know, but we will find out what's happening. TNA, we're going to have a public firing with the system. We have Metaphor will be in action against Spitfire. We will have Jasmine Nix teaming up with JC Jane and Tessa Blanchard. I don't know why I said Tasha. Tessa Blanchard to versus Li Yang Lee, Masha Slamovich, and Zaya Brookside in a 6-knockout tag team match. My God, that's a lot of words. And much more matches. What is happening with the system? We will find that out tonight. That's all me today. Time is out. See you guys tomorrow. Bye!